Hey guys, it's River Dave. I'm standing here with Jimmy. We are at Swimplatforms LHC. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, let's go get a shop tour going. So the first thing you're going to notice when you come into Swimplatforms is they are in fact a sea-deck dealer. They deal directly with SC Wake. They will template your boat. The reason they got into that, obviously making the swim platforms, you guys are going to cover them with sea-deck, is that right?
Correct.
So you are a one-stop shop. You actually do sea-deck for the whole boat, and then you do these swim platforms as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what do we got over here? Just kind of the reception area?
Yeah, this is the reception area. This is what you'll see when you walk in. We got some stuff on display, some pictures of some other stuff that we've done before, and just kind of a feel for what you're going to get when you come and you shop with us.
Kind of the culture. Starts off with your beautiful LED display there. We're going to move on back here. We're going to get into the tech. And actually, we're going to go to the back first and then come back to the front. Look at this, Phoenix phase converters.
That's right.
Pretty clever. And we actually have a customer picking up a boat right now. Is that right?
Yeah, we do.
So you got a 22 Cheetah Wildcat, is that right?
Yeah, this one's actually a 26 Cheetah Wildcat, but
it's a 26?
correct.
Oh, it is 26. So you can see right here, this is what they do. This is the swim platforms that they make. Mike, come on over here and show them the brackets. We're going to show you what separates Swimplatforms LHC from the rest, right?
Correct.
So they water jet these brackets. They have templates for every single boat. And the biggest thing that you can say about swim platforms, what they do a little differently, is they run 4 supports instead of 2. A lot of people only run 2. Right here, you can see they integrate cup holders. And this right here is where the magic happens. That there is the umbrella holder.
That is.
So the umbrella pops into here, and then this little hole right here prevents it from rotating. Is that correct?
Sure, yeah.
All right. So some of the other options they offer with this is they actually have LED lights that go under here.
Yeah, so we'll have LED lighting that can go underneath, and we can also do that inside your boat, in the hatch, the engine compartment, or anywhere else that you need it. There's flagpole holders that also come on it, and that flagpole holder will also locate in the same place. They're universal. And then we do different cutouts for the bracketry, and then of course, you know, your design and your foam.
All right, well, let's let this guy get out of here because he's waiting on us right now. So you're good to go, buddy. Thank you. So another happy customer leaving, right?
Sure. Yep.
So tell us a little bit about this, because this obviously is different than that. So what you have here looks like 3/8 aluminum versus a starboard swim step, is that right?
Correct. So this will be just a 3/8 aluminum with bracketry underneath it. It all gets powder coated and still gets foam on the top as well. This is a newer design that we're doing. We call it the slim line. It's a little bit lighter, and really it's personal preference.
So it's either way you want to go.
Yep.
So this is actually lighter than the starboard.
Yeah, a little bit, about 30 pounds.
No shit.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, guys, so we're going to go to the back here, and we're going to kind of work our way around and just talk about stuff. Obviously, you got a horizontal bandsaw right there.
Sure.
My favorite part of the shop is that giant Ingersoll Rand compressor you got outside
Yeah,
there.
we got a big 3-phase one.
Big old 3, it's a screw compressor too, so it's nice and quiet. Yeah. So what's the Nordic in here for?
So the Nordic is actually getting a platform, and it's getting sea-deck throughout the whole boat, like we were talking one-stop shop.
Okay.
We actually ended up putting some drains in it for the customer as well. So any little things that we can help with or we can do when boats are here and it's in our power to do it, we'll do it.
So one of the things about Jimmy and Josh is they've been fabricating and working on stuff for a combined total of about 50 years between the two of you, is that right?
Correct.
And you guys did everything from race trucks off-road to
Harleys to finished carpentry to oil field working to boats to bagging trucks, all of it.
The point behind that is they're handy, right?
Handy,
they're
sure.
not just going to build a swim platform. If they're in here and you need a little something done here and there, they have no problems exercising those talents into other areas.
Correct.
All right, let's go over here and check out. You guys have a large stockpile of stuff that I want you to tell me about.
Okay.
So you got a ton of starboard, obviously.
Yeah, so we carry starboard in 3/4 inch all the way down to about 1/4 inch. Acrylic for windshields, speaker boxes and different sorts. And then we also have some PVC material over here that can be used inside and outside of boats, seats, different things like that.
So the acrylic in itself, you guys are not personally doing a lot of stuff with acrylic, right? So you're stocking this to be a wholesaler to other manufacturers. So if a boat company in Havasu, let's say, wanted to build a windshield and they wanted to buy the acrylic, they could actually come over here and you guys wholesale it for a distributor, is that right?
Sure, yeah.
All right, or starboard. Now, some of the other uses for starboard wouldn't just be a swim platform. So if you guys actually think about it, like the, what do you call that, a ski locker?
Yep.
So you guys fabricate that for ski lockers.
Yep.
The front of Conquest boats, I can see one sitting right behind you here, actually.
Yeah, one just like this for a Magic or a Conquest. So we also carry all of the starboard in non-skid or smooth, so we have both options.
So like this one here got chipped up at a dock or something.
Yep.
So they remanufacture that for Conquest, Magic, or just about any deck boat. Anytime you see that white starboard in a boat, they carry it here and they can remanufacture it for you if it gets damaged in the process. Is that all right?
Yep.
All right, so let's go that way. And then come back here and take a look at that Ultra. That's a really cool sticker on that toolbox. I didn't see that first time around.
Oh, cool.
I like that. So as we come over here, we're gonna take a look at this. This is a 2000 era Ultra, right?
Yep.
And actually that one has a carpeted ski locker in it. But this is a prime example of some of the stuff they do around here. So if you look at this, Mike, show them right here. You can see that this is old now and it's starting to crack right here. Show them that, Mike. See how this is all cracking? So they'll take this whole thing off and they'll replace it with a larger swim platform. They're gonna raise it up just a bit so it'll clear the outdrive, right?
Yep.
And make the boat a whole lot more functional, right? Because
Yep. Get you some more room back here.
somebody
It'll
large
look
like me
cleaner.
is not gonna fit on this that well.
Yep.
So, yeah, where are we going next? We're gonna show,
Check this out.
yeah, let's go show Josh here. Now, theoretically, since we're here in person, we're gonna have to look away, but on camera, I think you'll be fine.
Camera will be fine.
All right. So this is Josh. He's actually fabricating a swim platform right now. This is the frame for the swim platform. As you can see right here, this is the, what would you call that? The supports, anchors?
Bracketry.
Bracketry. There you go. You can see that these are water jet out. They got their nice little logo in here. They will do custom stuff if you want your boat name or something in there. And show them how it's done, Josh.
We're good to go. Just do a couple tacks here and then on the other side so this one doesn't warp around.
So that's the beginnings of a frame right there. You got a fab table right here. They come up with a template, they bend it all up, and we'll get over to the tube bender in just a moment. But my second favorite part of the shop is something that I have not seen before. This is a little notcher right here. The ones I've always seen always have a cutter that goes in, but this actually uses a sandpaper, a belt.
Just like this right here.
Yep.
Huge belt.
It goes in, makes a nice little notch. You change the radiuses right there. That's pretty cool. And all my years at shop, I've never seen one done with a sanding belt before. It's pretty cool. So,
She's mean.
yeah. So this is where your frames come in. Each one is handmade, hand bent, obviously hand welded, right?
And welded, yep.
By Josh and or Jemmy. And we're gonna come over here and we're gonna check out the tube benders, right?
Sure, yeah.
So tell us about your little tube bender here.
So this is actually a JD square that has been modified to go over hydraulic or over air, rather. It's got a digital protractor on it, and that's how we keep every frame bent to, you know, the specifics of that boat.
Yeah, exactly. So it's programmable. You set whatever angles you want in it and
Sure, yeah.
bends it right there.
And then for when we're doing bow rails and different things of the sort of that, this is how we get 90-degree bends out of smaller 7/8 tubing, thinner wall stainless. And so we can do grab handles, bow rails in-house, and then also the front of Conquest and Magic, the stainless steel bumper that goes on the King starboard. Generally, if you hit
I think you guys
that,
have one of those here, don't you?
yeah. Generally, if you hit that hard enough for the starboard to break, this gets damaged. And depending on the size of the damage or the repair area, we can either build you a whole new one or repair the part that was broken when the accident occurred.
So if you look at the front of a Conquest, you'll see these, and if you bump a dock with it, basically these are the guys to call
Yep.
to get you a new one, right?
Oh yeah. 28 magics, same thing. Umbrella holders.
Yeah, so this is kind of cool. This is the umbrella holders right there. We were talking about this earlier. So this drops into that big pin, and this is what prevents it from rotating, right? So it'll go in. I mean, it'd probably be easier to show it on a swim step, but it goes in. This is going to be a little loose here because it's a fab table, not a swim platform. But
Yeah.
once it's in, this is how you release it. You pop that, and it comes right out. But your umbrella will not rotate on the back of the boat. Pretty cool. All right, so what else we got? Let's go look at that little fish boat in the paint booth that is now a clean room, I guess you'd call it. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're not painting down here. This was formerly e-ticket, and that's why it has this big paint booth in here.
Yeah.
So you got a Mako here, which was a nice little fish boat. And what's the story on this? Why is it here? Because this is not traditionally what you would get a swim platform on.
No, but in this case, this is a retired gentleman. He was a police officer. He just wants to go out and fish and jump off the back of his boat and get back in, simply enough. And so what we're gonna do here is build him a single step. That way he's got a nice area to have a nice drop down ladder and be a little closer to the water to be accessible to get back into the boat. So he'll be doing just one single step on an outboard application.
So talk about the ladders here for a second. They're not just all pull-out ladders. You can actually do.
We do both. We do a two-step sprung ladder from like Agua Marine style, or we do, you know, our original, which is a 3-rung and it's telescoping and it slides all the way in and locks into place.
All right. Did we catch just about everything, or is there anything else that you guys do here that we're missing?
No, I think we got just about all of it. We do have one boat set up over here that's got the bracketry hung on it without a frame, so you could take a look at that
Let's go check
and
it
kind of
out.
see what the middle process is. So after everything gets built and everything comes back to powder coat, this will be the first step in putting your platform together. So these are what actually hold it all on. They're a little loose right now because they're just on here and they get tightened up. We'll put, you know, your foam back here, your bracketry on here, then your frame or your aluminum top goes on top of there, depending on which one you chose from, and then it'll be a completed project after that.
Very cool. So big thing, they don't just screw this into the bottom. You guys actually through bolt it. In this Nordic, you can actually get to the inside of the swim step to through bolt that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so if you don't see any button heads up here, that's because there was access inside the engine bay to get into that compartment right there. We try to always go to transom. In the event that we can't or the bracketry would be too long, we would go right here. If you can't get back there, then the button head goes on top. If you can, then we'll put it all inside the boat, and if it's a little thin or something like that, we add support in there.
Okay. So earlier in the video, we were talking about why Swimplatforms.com, and the reason is they always use 4 supports. A lot of the other companies out there are only running 2. So if you were to run 2 supports right here and you stand out on the edge, it's going to start bending or breaking, right? And they actually put the other 2 supports in it, which makes it a lot more solid.
Yep, and just the common 2 poles that were, you know, smashed in a press and put to a boat don't generally last as long. They don't have as much looks to them. These look a lot more sportier, and it'll just hold up a whole lot longer. Also, you know, the King Starboard top, like we were talking, other competitors will use just a fiberglass top, which has wood inside, drill holes in it, gets water over time, it deteriorates. So
that's a good question. When you guys are drilling into people's boats, how are you sealing them up to make sure that you don't get any kind of water intrusion?
So any type of bracketry that goes on there is going to cover the hole, and then we use a permanent silicone
Like
that goes in there.
Like 5200 or something?
Yeah, the white stuff.
Yeah, that's the non-removable. Every now and again, I have to remove something that has 5200 on it. It's a nightmare.
Yes.
It involves torches and knives and all sorts of stuff. So.
Yeah.
All right, so tell them how to get a hold of you.
You can call us at 928-302-3950. We also have a website, swimplatformslhc.com, Facebook, Instagram, and we're located right here at 1926 West Tacoma.
All right, last question for you. What's your favorite boating website?
River Dave's Place.
You got that one right. All right, thanks so much for your time, Jimmy.
Thanks.